Many of them met their fate for what they perceived as a higher purpose within their criminal lives, an existence marked by arrogance, rudeness, and a lack of concern for anything other than ascending the criminal hierarchy. Their singular obsession was to reach the pinnacle of the underworld, and they spared no moral scruples in pursuit of that goal. This wasn't a choice they made. It was their way of life, a path they had accepted. To this day, they continue to grapple with this ruthless existence, engaged in relentless territorial disputes with rival gangs. Now, let's delve into the fascinating narrative of Mr. Flashy's Gucci Gang. David Glenn Ward, or the more infamous Mr. Flashy, along with his partners Scott Capper and Kaolin Smith, helmed the notorious Gucci Gang, which unleashed terror upon the Finglas neighborhood for an extended period. The gang earned its moniker, the Gucci Gang, due to their opulent wealth and the lavish attire they donned daily. During that period, Mr. Flashy, still in his early 20s, hailed from a notably affluent and prosperous family, which undeniably played a pivotal role in shaping his path to success in various spheres of life. Money, as the saying goes, can open many doors, and he had a profound appreciation for the opulent lifestyle that often graced the media's headlines. Lavish parties, extravagant clothing, high-end watches, and an array of other costly indulgences were his trademarks. It was this penchant for luxury that led to his distinctive nickname, Mr. Flashy. His journey into the world of organized crime reportedly commenced as a bagman for the Kinahans, but he had grander aspirations. In 2017, he decided to make his audacious move to seize control of Finglas. The onset of his dominance can be traced back to early 2017, marked by a notorious incident. It is believed that he launched an attack on a close associate of the renowned hitman Glenn O'Toole in a bid to establish his supremacy as the most influential figure in the region. On October 5, 2017, a pivotal moment occurred when Glenn O'Toole was intercepted by a vigilant guard. What ensued was a startling discovery. O'Toole was in possession of a chilling assortment of items: a firearm silencer, a mask, and a can of gasoline, all found in the Royal Canal Park. Various sources suggest that O'Toole's motives were rooted in a desire for revenge and a need to clear his name following a recent attack. Unfortunately, his intentions were thwarted by law enforcement, who intervened as soon as these incriminating items were uncovered. O'Toole was apprehended, and in due course he faced conviction. The story took a dark turn a week after his conviction when O'Toole took his own life while incarcerated. Inside the prison walls, O'Toole devised a chilling plan. He tucked pillows under his blanket to create the illusion that he was sound asleep, ensuring no immediate cause for alarm. However, come morning in the prisoner count, the grim truth was unveiled. Prison guards discovered O'Toole's lifeless body near the sink. In addition to this tragic scene, 2 notes were found on a table, but their contents were never made public, leaving us with unanswered questions about his final messages. Deeply affected by the loss of O'Toole, his friends gathered at a pub on Cardiff Bridge Road in Finglas on October 19th to mourn their fallen comrade. However, what was intended to be a somber occasion took a disturbing turn when several henchmen and associates of Mr. Flashy arrived at the pub with a single, ominous agenda. They aimed to etch their names into the collective memory and instill fear at the mere mention of their presence. Among the key players were Mr. Flashy's associates, including Paul Brannigan, who was out on bail at the time for his alleged involvement in the murder of Jason Saunders. The tragic incident involved Paul using a golf club as a weapon in 2014. Additionally, Scott Capper, once an accomplished football player, brought his own dark and tumultuous history to the mix. In a past altercation, Scott had brutally broken a man's jaw simply for touching his girlfriend's hair. As tensions flared, chaos erupted in the pub, resulting in a massive brawl that quickly escalated. Police were called to the scene not long after the brawl began, leading to the arrest of 7 individuals, including Scott Capper and Paul Brannigan, on November 9, 2017. Following an alarming incident in which the residence used by Mr. Flashy's associates as a drug den was subjected to a destructive petrol bombing, a profound desire for retribution began to stir within him. Mr. Flashy suspected the culprits behind this attack and, 2 days later, initiated a calculated quest for vengeance. He authorized a retaliatory strike on the home of Glenn O'Toole's widow and their child, plunging the ongoing feud into even darker territory. Amidst the escalating violence in 2018, and as law enforcement ramped up their efforts, both sides eventually saw the necessity of reaching a peaceful resolution. However, this tenuous peace was short-lived. In a tragic turn of events, Shane Fowler, an associate of the Hutch gang, embarked on a fateful motorcycle journey one morning. It is widely believed that he was headed in the direction of Mr. Flashy when he tragically collided with a pole, resulting in his immediate and untimely demise. In a dramatic twist of events, an eyewitness to Shane's tragic accident quickly recognized the gravity of the situation. Knowing Shane well, with Shane's life tragically cut short, this individual, without hesitation, seized a firearm and fled the scene. Remarkably, this all unfolded right in front of the paramedics who had arrived on the scene. Subsequent police records indicate a rather intriguing detail. Shane was found wearing surgical gloves, suggesting that this was no ordinary motorcycle ride. It hinted at a sinister intention, one possibly aimed at eliminating Mr. Flashy. As a result, Mr. Flashy began to grapple with growing paranoia, fearing for his own safety as he realized he had become a prime target. A brief period of relative calm followed until January 18, 2019. On that day, Zack Parker, a barber and drug dealer linked to Mr. Flashy, fell victim to a vicious attack in the parking lot of the Plus and Swords gym, where he regularly frequented for training. In a horrifying attack, 5 shots pierced the driver's side window of the car, causing severe injuries to both the driver and Zachary Parker, who tragically lost his life on the spot. The circumstances surrounding Zack's murder were cloaked in speculation. Some posited it was an act of vengeance against Mr. Flashy, while others suggested a different motive. Zack had supposedly borrowed a substantial sum of £50,000 from Mr. Flashy to initiate his own business, but had failed to repay the money. According to this theory, Mr. Flashy, incensed by Zack's failure to reimburse him, ordered the gruesome murder. This theory gained traction, especially when similarities emerged with other cases, such as the murders of Sean Little and Jonathan Davis, both of whom were believed to have incurred significant debts, leading to hits being sanctioned. Faced with mounting suspicion, the police took a decisive step by bringing in the prime suspect, Hamid Sanambar, a hitman associated with Mr. Flashy, for questioning on May 28th. The circumstances surrounding Hamid Sanambar's demise were shrouded in mystery, with competing theories taking center stage. Some attributed his death to retribution by associates of Sean Little, while others suspected Mr. Flashy had sanctioned the killing, presumably to ensure Hamid wouldn't reveal any incriminating information to the authorities. It's an age-old adage that dead mouths do not speak, which played a chilling role in these events. In the aftermath of these developments, a heightened sense of paranoia once again gripped Mr. Flashy. To safeguard himself from potential threats, he began a relentless game of cat and mouse by frequently changing his place of residence. Bulletproof vests became an essential part of his attire, and he made a concerted effort to stay out of the spotlight. The year 2019 ushered in a new phase in the ongoing saga, with the Gardai increasing their pressure through frequent raids on locations where Mr. Flashy was known to stay. Faced with this mounting pressure, Mr. Flashy recognized the need to bolster his ranks. He embarked on an aggressive recruitment drive, drawing in an ever-expanding cadre of members, often leaning toward younger recruits who saw the allure of rapid wealth and status through a life of crime. These newcomers eagerly undertook various tasks, from drug dealing to debt collection, and even contract killings, all in a relentless bid to ascend the hierarchy within the gang. Their opulent lifestyle led them to dub themselves the Gucci Gang, reflecting their infatuation with luxury and extravagance. As the recruitment of enthusiastic, fame-seeking young individuals became increasingly frequent, Mr. Flashy assumed the title of the King of Children. Rumors persist that Mr. Flashy remains a prime target for numerous rival gangs. Consequently, he has chosen to live a life concealed from the public eye, conducting most of his operations through intermediaries and loyal associates. The ongoing warfare between rival gangs continues unabated as they vie for control of lucrative territories. Periodically, the news reports casualties stemming from these territorial disputes, a stark reminder that while money can indeed open doors, it may not always guarantee safety. If you found this video engaging and desire more content on similar topics, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. We welcome your thoughts and opinions on Mr. Flashy and his Gucci Gang in the comments section. Thank you for watching.